Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Chimera Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So, on today's episode, well, there was a fireside chat yesterday. Wizards was calling it, or Hasbro was calling it, I guess I should say. Essentially, supposedly in response to Bank of America downgrading their stock, essentially, and then their stock tanking a bit because, well, certain claims that they are, again, killing their golden goose. And Wizards and Hasbro are both kind of scrambling to say, no, that's not the case. No, investors, we're doing great. Everything is fine. Ignore the burning dumpster fire behind us, basically. It's the entire thing is around, I think 50 or so minutes, 45 minutes. I listened to it yesterday as well, and I'll include the link in the description below if you want to listen to it as well. It had some pretty heavy hitters on there, both the Hasbro CEO Chris Cox and Wizard CEO Cynthia Williams, both answering questions, and I would say pretty softball questions, but we shall see. I guess we have seen what they've said about them. But yeah, let's jump into kind of the main questions on there. Basically, first up, they're refuting, apparently, according to Polygon, they're refuting that they're destroying Magic the Gathering. Here's how we plan to grow it. And also Dungeons & Dragons. We're going to heavily monetize Dungeons & Dragons even further now. So if you're a Dungeons & Dragons player like myself, look out. Because, the same thing that's happened to Magic might now happen to D&D, unfortunately. There's two main kind of topics that I want to cover on today's episode, though. And the first one is just going to start off with a quote actually about MTG 30th anniversary. Yeah, that lovely thing was finally addressed, let's just say, from the Wizard CEO Cynthia Williams. And here's what she had to say about that. And sometimes we step back and listen to customer feedback, like we did on our recent 30th anniversary edition, where we scaled back the expected supply to ensure a great collector experience. Okay. So, first up, obviously didn't address, any of the, issues of MTG 30th, that the community actually really had. Just more, we listened to customer feedback. Customers were like, oh, you know what? We'd like this to be more collectible, apparently, is basically what this is saying. This is the most corporate speak. I can't stand kind of stuff like this where it's just, you're lying through your teeth. You're basically just saying like, oh, no. We totally listen to our customers. And that's why we made the decision. No, it's because your customers had an uproar about it, essentially. And yeah, you didn't sell as much as you thought you'd sell. So instead of, saying, oh no, we scaled back the expected supply. We chose to try to sell less because you know what? Our feedback from our customers, we'd really like this to be more collectible. We only want a very small amount of this product because, well, I just want to keep it on my shelf back there and just, keep it back there to collect it forever and just look at it. But I only want so many people to have that. Yeah, no, people were upset about your proxies that you printed and tried to sell for $1,000. So that's the truth of it. And yeah, you didn't sell out, clearly, again, because of your tweet. You definitely didn't sell as much as you thought you were going to sell. And sure, anyone can sell out something if you decrease the, scale back the expected supply. And we thought we were going to sell 50. Oh, wait, on the day of, how much coming in? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, after 30 minutes, yep, we're done. Okay, we're done. Perfect. Yeah, we sold the amount that we thought we were going to. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Anyways. If you haven't seen that tweet from Wizards on it, it's quite funny. Not funny, weird, but funny because it's weird. So yeah, this is just gross. I can't stand this corporate stuff. I really can't. This kind of just PR talk of just, trying to spin everything and like, oh no, this is a positive thing. We listen to our customers. This is an example of how we listen. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next up, and actually there's some articles, I should say, and I probably already put one of the images up on them. There's an article on Polygon as well as an article on CNBC about this essentially as well. And again, I will link the actual, fireside chat, entire, presentation, whatever you'd call it, Q&A kind of in a way, in the description below so you can listen to it too. But yeah, the CNBC article is Hasbro defends Magic the Gathering strategy, says there is no evidence cards are overprinted. So another one of the questions in there, and this is kind of like where the entire like Bank of America, essentially like kind of evaluation of Hasbro went and said, like, yeah, you're kind of killing your golden goose. You are just going all in on this, not caring about the long-term viability of this product, not caring about the long-term viability of the game. You are just trying to milk it for all the money that you can now and just, cash out. And that's basically what the accusation is. And, again, Wizards yesterday on the call and Hasbro on the call yesterday was like, no, that's definitely not happening. That is not what is happening here. Here was the question or the statement that was, posed to them essentially. There has been this claim that you are printing too many cards. Yeah, we've talked in this channel before just about kind of the absurd amount of cards that have been printed in the past couple of years. When it comes to new cards, I believe last time I looked at the number, it was like near 2,000. And I don't think that included Jumpstart even. So yeah, an incredible amount, especially when you look back a couple of years ago. I mean, I think I looked back in 2015, it was like 900 or something like that. So yeah, more than double. Here we go. So yeah, again, there has been this claim that you are printing too many cards. The response from Cynthia Williams, Wizards CEO. Most of our Magic releases and our SKUs are print to demand, and this means that we print and reprint products in a set to support players and customers who want to buy it, usually to play with it. And after an initial selling period prior to the launch of a set, all reorders after that set reflect real demand. And our average post-launch sales quantities for our tentpole premiere sets remains unchanged in 2022 compared to 2021. In aggregate, there is no evidence that Magic is overprinted. Okay. Basically, I mean, to me, this doesn't really address the issue of the thing, is that, okay, sure, you reprint your sets to demand. Great. Cool. But what about all the other products that you're coming out with? What about, and also, again, okay, it's unchanged from 2022 to 2021. Yeah, 2021 also had an absurd amount of things. And yeah, it's kind of like the thing, like, you're kind of easing into it at first in 2021. It might seem exciting because, oh, look at all these new cool things. But then eventually it just kind of wears you down, and eventually it's not interesting. It's not exciting anymore. Again, I think the quote from Syndrome, from The Incredibles, which I brought before, great quote. When everyone is special, when everything is special, no one's special, essentially. And that's kind of how Magic has become with, like, oh, here's this product, here's this product, here's this product. Again, there's that one chart that just kind of shows the absurd graph, and I just bumped my mic. The absurd graph of, like, Magic, oh, we had 3 products in a year. Oh, no, now we have 85 products in a year, and maybe I'll put that on the screen if I can find it again. But yeah, it doesn't address, sure, you're talking about, again, printing your sets and, to demand. Okay, but you're not talking about all the other products that are being printed. The amount of Magic cards that are coming out is absurd. It is impossible to keep up for anyone. And yeah, in the call, they're like, oh, well, we're trying to, appeal to all these different customer bases, all the time, essentially. And it's just like, you are digging your own grave at this point, essentially. Wizards, Hasbro, you are, saying that we are going to just print everything. We're trying to sell everything. We have tripled our profits. Great, good for you. You are killing your golden goose. You are milking this for all it's worth before the end. And yeah, I'm not saying Magic is going to end. There's always been those kind of, like, oh, this is what's going to kill Magic now. But if this keeps happening, yeah, Magic very well might not be around in 5-10 years. So it's not going to end immediately. Nothing's going to end overnight. But yeah, nothing lasts forever. And yeah, when you're doing things that are actively, hurting your customer base, actively hurting, those that play and enjoy your game, yeah, it's not going to go well for you in the future. So yeah, I definitely recommend that if you kind of want to kind of see Wizards' response to all this, or I should say here, give it a listen. It's 45 minutes. Yeah, there actually are a couple of, I believe, Hipsters of the Coast kind of tweeted out kind of the main points that were brought up, essentially, or the main things that Wizards said. So yeah, make sure you kind of check that out as well. Check out those articles. But yeah, it's just, this kind of corporate speak is just obnoxious, where it's like you can't get an actual answer out of anyone. Again, like, I would love to hear from Mark Rosewater about, again, saying that, you can't, we're never going to break the reserve list. Doesn't matter what the back of the card is. And then, oh, look, we have MTG 30th. The back of the card's different. That's why I didn't break the reserve list, essentially. So you're speaking on both sides of your mouth. And it just seems like, again, that's just the obnoxious part. of, you know, enjoying a game from a company this size, essentially, is that you're always just going to get this kind of corporate speak. They're never going to own up to any of their issues or any of their actual, you know, problematic decisions. They're never going to say what they're going to change, what they're going to do differently in the future. It's just, no, this is not our fault. Or, you know, no, this is a good thing. We listened to customer feedback. Customers had feedback for us. It was great. We listened to them. And you know what? We scaled back the expected supply to make it more collectible. Come on. No one's believing that. No one's buying it. Your stock's going to keep dropping. Have some integrity. Own up to your mistakes. Say what you're going to change in the future so this doesn't happen again. Say what you're going to, you know, improve in the future. Take steps toward making this right and not just deflecting. Okay, I think I'm done ranting. Sorry. Yeah. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on all of this. And again, in the description below, I've got the links to everything I've talked about in this episode. So, yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. Comment below. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. And hopefully Wizards can turn this around by making better decisions and potentially having more people in the decision-making process that don't do these kinds of things. Okay, now, goodbye. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.